Hello, dear friends. It's Dr. Sarah. Welcome back. If you joined me for part one of this video series on brain health foundations, we explored how nutrition nourishes and shapes the brain. Today, we're going to turn to something just as powerful and often underestimated or not really associated with brain health, and that is movement. From a functional and naturopathic medicine perspective, movement isn't about hitting the gym or controlling weight or pushing your limits. Instead, it's a holistic supportive practice, one that nurtures your brain, your body, and your nervous system, helping you thrive in your daily life. So, what I want to do in this video is first look at what brain health actually is and how movement is medicine for the brain. This video will be an overview of my detailed article that is found on my website. So if you want to dive into more of the science and get the resources and additional references, you can visit the link that will be in the video description to my website. So let's get started. What is brain health? When we talk about brain health, we mean more than memory. It compromises many different aspects of brain function and neurological processes. And it's impacted by a variety of factors, which I call brain health factors. The health of our brain impacts how we think, how we feel, how we even move, and how we connect with others. Movement, when approached as a holistic modality, helps create a safe, supportive environment for the brain and the body to thrive. Every stretch, every step, every gentle movement is an opportunity to nurture your nervous system, enhance your resilience, and support healthy cognitive function. Research confirms that it doesn't have to be extreme and you don't have to be overwhelmed. Even small, consistent movement patterns can have profound effects on memory, mood, and overall health. Let's look at how movement supports the brain. Every time we move, our brains are responding and adapting in a variety of different ways. First, when we move, it stimulates the creation of new brain cells, especially in the memory area of our brain, the hippocampus. Movement also increases BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is often called fertilizer for the brain because it helps neurons grow, repair, and communicate more effectively. Additionally, exercise strengthens the neural pathways in our brain. This is important for flexibility, adaptability, resilience, and it helps with both cognitive function and emotional regulation. When we think about movement as medicine and naturopathic and functional medicine, it is very appropriate because it addresses some of the deeper root drives that impact brain health, such as chronic inflammation, blood sugar imbalance, nervous system dysregulation, and neurotransmitter support. So instead of just targeting one symptom, movement works in an integrated way, supporting the body and the brain in all of those different various aspects that we discussed. Now, as far as types of movement, a lot of times my clients will ask me, what exercise should I do that's best for my brain? And my answer is always the same to them. Do what you enjoy and do what you'll actually do consistently. But if we wanted to get really specific and we wanted to optimize outcomes, what I would say is that the best benefits are a combination of a variety of different movements because those will all have a different impact on different areas of cognitive function. So, for example, aerobic movement, many people are familiar, known as cardio, things such as walking, running, swimming, cycling. That's very good for blood flow and memory, besides its cardiovascular benefits. Strength training, things such as lifting weights, bands, or body weight exercises, has been shown to support metabolism, hormones, and myokine signaling. These are chemical mediators which balance inflammation, metabolic rate, and brain health. Mind-body practices such as yoga, qigong, and tai chi, they help regulate the nervous system, support emotional balance, and have been found to improve cognitive function in older individuals. Coordination and skill-based movement, something that you will find with dancing, martial arts, or many sports, challenges the brain in different ways, which supports this neuroplasticity, which is the rewiring of the brain for more flexibility and adaptability. So what happens over time is many people start with one form of exercise, and then they'll start to crave a little bit more variety as it gets easier. And that's when movement can really become both enjoyable and something that we want to do because we associate it with feeling better. Now, as far as how much time we should dedicate to movement, really, it's whatever you can do. Now, the quote unquote CDC guidelines for optimal movement is 150 minutes per week of moderate movement plus two strength sessions. But remember, some of the studies I looked at showed that even short, consistent bouts, like a 10-minute walk or a couple of minutes of really high intensity workouts, could have this impact on your brain. The key is to be consistent and to go for what you'll actually do. Regular, achievable movement is far more powerful than rare extreme sessions because once you get in the habit and you notice that it feels good and your brain feels better, you're going to crave doing it more. Now, anyone who has been following me for a while knows how much I love essential oils. And as a holistic support, I tend to weave it into all of my wellness protocols because it does support so many different aspects of health. And this is true for exercise. There's actually been some clinical trials, small clinical trials with peppermint essential oil. And it's been studied for its ability to improve exercise, support energy, and enhance physical performance. And this is done through its ability to boost endurance, strength, lung function, and oxygen delivery. So, scent is important also for the nervous system tone, helping the body to feel more energized, balanced, and supported during movement, but also it can be help in calming and getting the parasympathetic nervous system to up for recovery after. There's been studies on calming essential oils like lavender, ylang ylang, and bergamot to help with modulating heart rate variability and assisting with regulating cortisol balance. So if we incorporate aromatherapy, such as inhaling or applying peppermint oil in the beginning of our workout and then maybe doing a calming oil at the end, we can deepen the benefits of movement and get all of those other wonderful effects of essential oils for brain health and nervous system regulation. So when we think about brain health and we think about movement, we want to think of nutrition as providing some of the basic core foundations for nourishing the brain, and movement is for the activation of the brain and nurturing the brain. So together they can support brain growth, adaptability, repair, cognition, resilience. Remember, there's different ways that movement is medicine as far as all of the different areas it impacts for brain health and how it supports our cognitive function and the different ways that we can work out to enhance our brain health. And remember, it doesn't have to be extreme. We can start with a walk outside, gentle strength work, a few minutes of stretching, mind-body exercises, going dancing, even dancing to your favorite songs on your Spotify channel. All of this can further enhance your brain health. And if you pair it with aromatherapy, you're going to get a boost in brain health. So it's these small, consistent changes, remember, that make the most meaningful differences. I always tell my client that it's better to do gentle baby steps that are consistent, where you feel like you set yourself up for winning versus trying to overhaul and just go at it and then end up being too overwhelmed and your brain just can't create neural pathways that quickly enough to reinforce that habit to stay consistent. So I hope that this video was helpful explaining how movement can be medicine for your brain. And if you're feeling called to explore brain health more deeply, I would be honored to have you join my email community and subscribe to my newsletter. Or if you want to go even deeper and get more personalized touch with me, you can join my membership community. And if you sign up and subscribe to my newsletter, you'll also get updates on upcoming announcements and events like my Brain Pillar program that's coming up with another expert in the field of clinical aromatherapy. And you're also will see some additional links to the full article again for this video, as well as additional resources for my brain health supplement protocol, as well as a link to the first video article on brain health and nutrition. So thanks again for listening, and I'm sending my best and many blessings.